everyone. Today I'm going to take you through a bit of a leg workout. So today we don't need any extra equipment. All you need is a step. So you just go to wherever you in the house you've got a step. If you're in lawn, I imagine you've got some. And just on the bottom of the step for a couple of the exercises. The rest we don't need the step at all. If you don't have a step, you can skip those and just do some more squats or something. But we'll start today with a bit of a warm-up. So I'm just going to do hip circles. So lead with your knee, bring it up across your body, over the top and back, like that, and then the other way. If you need to hold on to something for balance, that's fine. Up and around, back, around and over, and across. One more time. If you get a painful catch or anything, just avoid that range and just do a smaller circle within your comfort. Doing the other side, so I wanted these to be completely pain-free. Back and around, even if it's only a small circle like this. One more, up, over and back, and then the other way. Now we'll just move our legs a bit, so just bending and straightening. Just doing the one leg first, the knee, sorry. And switching sides. And now one foot in front of you like that, and we're just with our big toe, drawing nice big circles. One direction and the other. Switching sides. Still holding on for support if you need that extra balance. Alright, now, so we'll kick into getting our leg muscles working a bit. We're going to start today just with squats. So, hands wherever you like, it can be crossed, it can be in front, it can be by your side. I usually have them here just so they're out of the way. Stick your hips back as if there's a chair behind you as you go down. So from the side, see how my hips are really far back, my back straight. Keep going, that's 4. We're going to do 15 of these. Try to do it at the same pace as me. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now finding something to hold on to for balance, stand on one leg, come up onto your toes as high as you can and down. 2, we're going to do 12 of these. 3, 4, try to go straight up and down rather than swaying. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now switching sides, standing on the other leg, come up as high as you can on your toes and down for 12. Halfway. Alright, now legs nice and wide, hands there or there, whichever you prefer. So what we're going to do, we're going to squat down, step to one side and come up. So squatting down, nice and low, step to the left, both feet and up. Come down, step to the right and up. Hips back, left, up, hips back, right, up. Continue with me. As you do this, try to make the transition, the stepping, really slow. You'll find it quite challenging, the slower you go. Let's do 4 more. Last one. Across and up. All right. Now standing on the lowest step, we're using our step now. The first one we're doing is a bit of balance. So if you're able to without holding on, that's great. If you need, even just touching one finger on the handrail to try to challenge yourself. So stand on your right leg. You're going to lift the left foot up, very gently tap the step, come back down, tap the floor nice and gently. We're just going to do 20 of these. If this is quite easy to balance, don't actually touch the floor or the step on the transition. You're kind of floating a centimetre above it. Keep going. Three more. 3, 2, 1. My support leg's getting quite tired holding me up there, but that's good. You're going to switch sides, 20 on the other side. So standing on your left leg, lifting up, gently tap the step, gently tap the ground, or if you want to challenge your balance even further, don't actually touch, float it a centimetre or so above the ground as you do it. Same thing if you find this quite challenging, even if you kind of come up, just go as slow as you can, but you can kind of support yourself in between each by putting a bit of weight on that foot. Alright, stopping there. Shake the legs a bit. We're going to do step ups now. So holding on is fine. This one's not as much of a balance exercise. If you have any capabilities to do it without holding on, you're welcome to do that as well. But all we're doing is step our left foot up, come up, and back down. Left foot up, left foot down. Left foot up, left foot down. And do 15 on the left. Five more. Now, same thing, right leg first. So step the right foot up, right foot down for 15. stopping there. Now, shake the legs out a bit. I'm going to add a modification of that. So if this is too challenging, you can just do the same thing. But what we're going to do now, I'll show you in slow motion first. Step the left foot up, bring the right knee high, right foot straight back down, left foot down. So step on the step, swing it through high and back down. You can swing your arms like you're walking, so opposite arm, opposite leg. So we'll do 12 of these on each side, starting with the left foot. So left foot, right knee high, that's for 1, 2. And you can pick up a bit of pace with this if you like. So swing it, drive it through with a bit of power. Try to stand up straight, keep your back straight as you do this. Gently controlling your core muscles, drawing the belly button slightly back to your spine. Alright, once you've done 12, like I've done now, switching to the other side, right leg. So stepping the right leg up, left knee high, driving the right arm with it. That's 6. We're doing a total of 12 on this side as well. Good work. Now the last thing we're using the step for, we're going to do some calf raises on the step. So make sure you're holding on for balance for this one. Heels off the edge, lower down as low as you can, then come back onto your toes, nice and high. And do 20 of these, both legs at once. Stopping there. So that's it with the step. Now I just want you to find a bit of wall that you can lean against. So it can be a wall, a sturdy door that's definitely shut, something that you can have your back against as we'll do some wall squats. So pause it now if you need to find that, otherwise we'll jump in. So bring your feet a bit further out, rest your back against the wall. And what I want you to do is slide down. So your shin is vertical, so your knee is right above your ankle, and your thigh muscles don't have to be quite horizontal. Your hips can be slightly higher than the knees, but you should be relatively low. Try to keep the natural curve of your spine, try not to slouch. And we're just going to hold here. So already I'm feeling my quad muscles burning. It's a really good strengthening exercise and can be quite challenging. Keep going a bit longer. Hopefully you're feeling that leg burn. If you find this quite easy, you can even pause the video and go for a bit longer. I know some people that even hold this for a few minutes. So stay low for another 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming up. Nice and feeling it through the quads there now. Alright. So I'm just going to get that out of the way. Now find somewhere comfortable to come on the ground. We'll just finish off with a few bridges and a gentle stretch. So lying on your back with your knees bent, heels should be just out of reach of your fingertips. What we're going to do here, squeeze your bum and lift your hips nice and high and down. And again. And do 12 of these. Your arms can go wherever you like. They can be by your side, crossed in front of your chest, or you can actually make it a bit more challenging by having them above your head. It's just less support for the core muscles. Four more. Alright, you've done well so far. Got one more strengthening exercise. So just going to do the same thing but just on one leg. So bring your right leg up, you bend your hip to about 90 degrees, knee to about 90 degrees. That leg doesn't move, so that just kind of stays with you. So push through the left foot, lifting nice and high and down. If you find this hard to control, you can have your arms by your side for that little bit of extra support. If you want it more challenging, cross your arms. Alright, swapping sides, right foot down, left hip and knee bent to 90 degrees, push through the right foot, lifting up. We'll go 10 on this side as well. Alright, just come into a stretch here, cross the right ankle across the left knee, slide the left heel towards your bum. If you're feeling a stretch in that right hip there, that's good. Otherwise you can hold the thigh, bring it towards your chest. Focus on your breath during your stretching, just trying to relax your muscles. And switching sides, left ankle across the right knee, hugging it towards you. Can also do this one in sitting if you find that easier. So same position and then just slowly bending forward, bring your belly button towards your legs. Let's stop in there. We'll come into a hamstring stretch, so you can do any variation you know. I didn't say you needed one, but if you have a towel, we can do one in lying as well. Just wrap the towel around the end of the foot, straighten it and pull it with your arms. So I don't have a towel with me, so I'm just going to hold my leg with my arms. Trying to keep your back nice and flat on the ground, try not to over arch like that. those of you that are really flexible, you can even straighten, I don't think my pants are going to let me do that, but you can even straighten that right leg out like that. And switching sides. So using your towel or just holding your leg. Now, because we're going purely for a hamstring stretch, the position of our feet does not matter. We don't need to pull our toes towards our head. That will just bring more of a nerve stretch. We're trying to stretch the muscle, so you can notice my foot's slightly pointed. It's relaxed, but it's in that slightly pointed position. Stop in there. Slowly make your way back into standing. Stretch out our quads. So grabbing the ankle, holding, trying to push your hips forward and bring the knee back. Building a stretch in the front of the thigh. Right, switching sides, stretching out that right leg. Crack there. Going to finish off with a hip flexor stretch, so the front of the thigh. Come into a bit of a lunge position, left foot forward, bending through the left knee. The back leg is pretty much straight. From here, I want you to tuck your tailbone under you. You might already feel a stretch in this right front of the hip. Otherwise, kind of shift forward, coming down. Try to keep your back in a neutral position, so try not to arch up like that. Aiming to feel it in that right hip. If you have any hip issues and this is causing you pain, I'd avoid this one. Coming up, switching sides, right foot forward, left foot back. So tuck your tailbone under you, make sure your hips are level, so that the bony points here should be in line as you tuck your tailbone under you. You might have a stretch here, otherwise just come a bit further forward and down. Once again, try to keep your back straight in its normal position as opposed to arching up. A lot of people do their hip flexor stretch arching up. That can be alright sometimes, but it often just loads through the spine and can cause issues through there. Whereas when you take the spine out of it, it's more of a pure hip flexor stretch. And stopping there. Do any extra stretches you want, but you've done really well today, guys, and I'll see you next week.